I'm in South Korea on average twice a year and have previously extensively talked about the WOWPass being the best Korea travel card choice for travelers, as it allows you to convert cash into Korean won to store on this card to use like a credit card, and can also be used to ride public transport. There have however been some updates since those videos were made, such as the introduction of the climate card, and also Subway Kiosks is now accepting foreign credit cards as a form of payment. Not to mention that the TMoney is also now available on the Apple Wallet. That's why I thought I'd do an update video today explaining why I've actually started using a Youtrip card instead of a WOWPass during my most recent trip to South Korea, and why I think it's a better alternative to the WOWPass. And so without further ado, let's get into it. Right, let's set the ground. If you've never heard of a WOWPass or a Youtrip card before, here's a quick 101. The WOWPass is a multifunctional card specifically designed for tourists. It combines a prepaid card that you can load up either using Korean won or your home currency, and you can do this either from within the app or at this WOWPass kiosks that are basically located at any subway station. The card also, as you can see, has a TMoney component, which means that you can use it to ride all forms of public transportation in South Korea. Pretty handy. Youtrip, on the other hand, is a multi-currency prepaid MasterCard that not only allows you to convert your local currency into Korean won at the best available exchange rates, but also allows you to do so without paying any foreign transaction fees. In fact, the exchange rates offered by Youtrip is one of the key reasons why I switched over. And so in this next section, allow me to compare the exchange rates offered by a Youtrip card versus a WOWPass, as well as any associated exchange fees to show you exactly what I mean. Now, the best possible exchange rate that you can get for any currency is called the mid-market exchange rate. This is the rate that you will see when you Google or look at money exchange sites such as Owanda. Most credit cards / banks / money exchanges will, however, offer you a rate that's lower than this, as they will typically integrate a service or processing fee into the exchange rate. Case in point here is the WOWPass that will offer you an exchange rate that is on average 2 to 5% lower than the mid-market exchange rate, versus a Youtrip card that will offer you the actual mid-market rate. Allow me to illustrate that with an example of 100 AUD. The mid-market rate at the time of the writing of this video is 1 AUD to 1064.72 Korean won. You will get around 1045-85 Korean won when converting using a WOWPass, whereas you will get exactly 1064.72 Korean won when using a Youtrip card. And you will get exactly that because Youtrip also does not charge any foreign transaction fees for converting that money. Integrating processing fees into the exchange rate, in fact, is quite a common practice, a fact that I can demonstrate again right now by throwing another card into this comparison matrix. In this example, I'm going to use the Commonwealth Travel Bank card. Commonwealth Bank is one of the major banks here in Australia. Using this card to convert will give me 1020 Korean won for 1 AUD. I'm also using AUD as an example here, but Youtrip gives you the mid-market exchange rate for well over 150 currencies. Speaking about fees, you'll also be charged an additional 4% card processing fee if you choose to top up your WOWPass using a credit card or debit card. And so as you can see, this is why the Youtrip card is a superior choice. With that being said, I do believe there's still a place for the WOWPass, and one such area is cash withdrawals. And that's because the WOWPass only charges a 1,000 Korean won cash withdrawal fee if you choose to withdraw money from your WOWPass balance as cash from any one of these WOWPass kiosk machines. Whereas a Korean ATM would typically charge you around 3,500 to 5,000 Korean won to do the same, regardless of the card you use and amount. There is a catch though. The WOWPass will cap your withdrawal at 100,000 Korean won, but you can still make unlimited withdrawals. So let's say, for example, if you plan to withdraw 300,000 Korean won, you will need to withdraw 3 times, which means that your associated fees will be 3,000 Korean won. Whereas the Korean bank ATM will charge you a flat fee of 3,500 to 5,000 Korean won, regardless of the amount you withdraw. And chances are, if you're staying in South Korea for anything more than a couple of days, you are going to need more than 100,000 Korean won. Meaning that Youtrip will still be a superior choice because it's still going to give you the best market exchange rates at 0 foreign transaction fees. And if you're from Australia, it will also allow you to withdraw up to 1,500 AUD per month fee-free. That is to say that the only fee that you'll be paying is the local South Korea ATM fees. Withdrawing cash, Steve, why? Isn't South Korea a cashless society? That is a fantastic question, and for the most part, South Korea is a cashless society. However, I would recommend you have some cash on you, especially if you plan to head to a market or two, or if you plan to head to more rural areas of South Korea. Apart from all of that, having cash also used to be essential, as you could only use cash to top up your TMoney card. And the WOWPass used to be a fantastic alternative to this, this, as you could circumvent the need for cash by just using your WOWPass to ride public transport. However, that is no longer an advantage for two key reasons. One, the TMoney card is sadly no longer the main public transportation card in South Korea, or at least Seoul, since the introduction of the Climate Card in January 2024, as the Climate Card offers you unlimited public transportation rides for a set period of time, as you can see here in this table. And let me illustrate just how much value you're getting with the Climate Card, by the way, by using just the one-day pass, which costs 5,000 Korean won. A one-way Seoul subway ride will start from 1,400 Korean won, which means that even with the one-day pass, you would just need to catch the subway around 4 times to make your one-day Climate Card pass worth it. And that value, by the way, only increases the more days you purchase. This makes the Climate Card a far better alternative, and it's also the reason why I have sadly retired my TMoney cards. Especially sad because I had to retire my cute Kurumi TMoney card. Wait a second, Steve. The Climate Card is only available at the subway kiosk machines, and those only take cash, don't they? Well, yes, until quite recently. The ticket kiosks at Seoul subway stations have also, as of the 17th of March 2026, now also accept foreign credit or debit cards. And now this is where Youtrip truly excels, as you will not incur any foreign exchange transaction fees when you use this to purchase your Climate Card, whereas any other standard credit or debit card would charge you around 3 to 3.5% in foreign transaction fees. Yes, the subway kiosks themselves would charge a 3.75% card processing fee, but this is regardless of any card that you use. And in terms of the math, the extra fee will range from 187 Korean won all the way up to 750 Korean won for a 7-day pass, making the combination of the Climate Card and the Youtrip card quite easily the cheapest way for you to get around Seoul. But don't be too sad for my Kurumi TMoney keychain or my WOWPass, as I can actually still use this when I have plans to head outside of Seoul, like for example if I plan to head to Jeju Island or Busan. And the WOWPass is actually still quite convenient, as I can just transfer money onto my TMoney balance and use this to ride public transport outside of Seoul. And if you don't already have a WOWPass or a TMoney card or keychain, you'll be glad to know that as of March 2026, you can now also activate and top up a TMoney card within your Apple Wallet. And this option is, in my opinion, just as convenient, if not more convenient, than the WOWPass alternative. And the cheapest way to do this would be, of course, using a Youtrip card, as again, you will incur 0 foreign transaction fees. Yes, much like the subway kiosks, you will also incur a 3.75% service fee for foreign credit cards when you top up and activate a TMoney within Apple Wallet, but that is truthfully still lower than the 2 to 5% that you will lose when you convert your local currency to Korean won using a WOWPass, making the Youtrip card still the better alternative. However, one of the features that makes WOWPass still quite unique is that it does still offer permanent and seasonal discount offers to their WOWPass users. Discount on things that you will actually use, like transport from the airport to the city, eSIMs, discounts on attraction spot tickets like Lotte World, SeaWorld, etc. And also Olive Young, aka offers that are very relevant and localized to South Korea. That is not to say, however, that Youtrip doesn't offer something of its own. Did you know that you will get a 2% cashback on all your spending within the first 5 months of you having the card, as well as permanent cashback offers when you shop at their partner sites such as Get Your Guide, Viator, Trip, and many more, as you can see here. And as you'll be booking your hotels, flights, attraction park tickets, etc. via sites like Trip or Get Your Guide anyway, these cashback offers are actually, in my opinion, quite compelling. And further that, it even offers a 10% cashback on Temu, which isn't necessarily travel related, making this a card that's worth considering even if you're not traveling. And so as you can see in this video, whilst the WOWPass is still undeniably an all-in-one solution for travelers, the Youtrip card is going to offer you much better value. And you are undeniably going to save more money thanks to the better exchange rates and 0 foreign transaction fees. And even if you do need a TMoney card when you're traveling outside Seoul, it is still cheaper to top up a TMoney card within your Apple Wallet using a Youtrip card. And if you're a subscriber, you would know that I only ever recommend things that I have actually personally used, and hopefully this video has shown you exactly why I have switched over from a WOWPass to a Youtrip card. And so if this video has made you interested to check out a Youtrip card, 2 things. I've placed the sign up link in my description box for you to check out. And 2, if you do decide to sign up, you can also use my code YTSteve to get an instant 10 AUD in your account. no strings attached. And further, if you have any questions or comments, do place them in the comment section, as I do love hearing from people who take time to watch my videos. Don't forget to also like, subscribe, share all the good things that you know are going to keep those YouTube algorithm gods happy, but also make my day as a content creator. I've also placed some videos here that I think you're going to enjoy if you're planning to head to South Korea soon. As always, I hope that you have a fantastic day ahead, or that you've already had a good day. I'm going to see you real soon in the next video. TMoney.